everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you guys are new. In today's video, I'm going to walk you guys through all of the money that I have spent on makeup in the first quarter of the year. I've been writing down and tracking every single dollar that I've spent on makeup since the beginning of January, and I'm going to total it up for you guys. Until today, I actually did not total it up, so I just now learned how much I spent in the first quarter. So we're actually going to talk about that at the end of the video and whether or not I'm happy with that total or not. So let's start out in January. I just wrote everything down, where I shopped at, what day, how much I spent, if I had any coupons or anything like that. So I'll make sure to show some graphics on the screen as I talk about them as well. So on January 4th, I went to Target and I purchased some products from Physicians Formula. These are my first purchases of the year. I picked up 3 products in this haul. The first one was the Physicians Formula Butter Believe It foundation and concealer. I got mine in the shade Fair, which I believe is the lightest shade that they make in this product. This retails for $12.49. I also picked up the Butter Bronzer and Blush as well. So the Butter Bronzer I picked up in the shade Light Bronzer. This one was $12.99. And then I picked up the Butter Believe It Blush in the shade Pink Sands, and this one was $10.99. So after $3.28 of tax, that brought our total out to $39.75. But I did actually have a little bit of a balance on a gift card, so I used $7.29 of a gift card towards this purchase. So the actual money that I spent on these products was $32.46. So that was my first purchase of the year. I went out and purchased these after Cruelty Free Kitty added Physicians Formula to their list of cruelty-free brands. I'll talk a little bit about that as we go along throughout this video. I'm also going to leave the video link down below where I kind of talk about my update on my cruelty-free status of my makeup purchases. But that kind of news also led me to purchase some things from Wet n Wild. So a few days later, on the 8th of January, I went to Walmart and I purchased some products from Wet n Wild. I picked up some of their multi-sticks. These retailed for $3.18 a piece. I picked up the shades Nudie Culture and Champagne Room. Honestly, I have not used these too much since I got them, so I'm glad that I got them because I feel like I'm intrigued by this type of eyeshadow stick a lot, and these were super affordable, so I'm glad to have these in my collection to kind of remind myself that, hey, if you want an eyeshadow crown, maybe use these a little bit more. So those were $3.18 a piece. Then I actually picked up 2 different lipsticks. I only have one here today because I actually decluttered the other one. So I picked up one of their matte lipsticks. That's the one that I decluttered, and it was in the shade Bare It All. And then I picked up their Shine lipstick in the shade Mad for Mauve. I have a little bit of this on today on top of another lipstick, but I'm really loving this one. It's just so pretty, and I love that it's in the Shine formula. So of course I did keep this one, but I did actually declutter the matte one. It was just too drying on my lips, but those both retailed for $2.18 a piece. The last thing that I picked up in that purchase was the Photo Focus foundation from Wet n Wild, and I got the dewy version in the shade Nude Ivory. This retailed for $5.28. I just really wanted to pick this back up. I used to love this foundation, so I went ahead and picked it up in that purchase from Walmart. So the total after tax was $17.44 for this entire purchase, which I think is pretty good to get 5 products for less than $20. And they're all pretty good. The lipstick wasn't bad. I just think someone else might enjoy it more than me because I do tend to have pretty dry lips, and that formula just really emphasized that for me. So all in all, I'm really happy with that purchase as a whole. I mean, to get 5 products for $17 is pretty much unheard of these days. So I was really excited for that one. And then the last purchase that I made in January was at Ulta, and it was on the 26th of January. So I picked up the Essence Keep Me Covered foundation. I'm actually decluttering this one. I just haven't physically gotten rid of it yet. This one was in the shade Ivory, and I hated this. I'll link below the video where I tested this out, but basically the scent is just so strong that I can't stand it. So unfortunately, this one is gonna be moving on from my collection. But this one did retail for $6.99, but I did have a gift card, so the total was $7.62 after tax, and then I used a gift card, so I didn't actually pay any money for this, but I did want to mention it because I didn't receive it in PR, and it was something that, you know, I did purchase with the gift card, so I did include it in this video, even though it's kind of like $0 since I did have that gift card. So all of the makeup that I purchased in January totaled to be $49.90. That includes tax. There wasn't any shipping because they were all in-person purchases. So let's move on to February. February, I did actually purchase quite a few products. This is the most products that I purchased throughout the first quarter. So let's just go ahead and jump into it. On February 6th, I had a mobile pickup order from Ulta. I purchased the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer for $7.49. Like I said, I'm going to link below the video where I talk about my cruelty-free status, because if you guys follow along with that type of a labeling system, you might know that Maybelline is not actually considered cruelty-free by most of the brands and businesses that we look at to tell us who is cruelty-free or not. So I'm going to have that link below, but I did decide to start purchasing from Maybelline, and I picked this up. I also picked up a lip product from Maybelline. This is their Super Stay Vinyl Ink. I got mine in the shade Cheeky, and it is a liquid lipstick that's not a matte finish. I love this so much. I wore this the other day. It looked perfect, and I had it on for about 7 hours, I want to say, without touching it up, and I had eaten a meal and everything. Very, very impressed by this. I've worn it several times. I ended up paying $9.09 for this because it was actually on sale. It was 30% off of all of Maybelline's lip products. So originally this was $12.99, but I did get it for $9.09. And then because I purchased those couple Maybelline products, I actually got a 4-piece set for free. It was like free with purchase. So here's some of the products that it came with. I just wanted to mention that it did come with that. So that is how those products ended up in my collection. But I really liked the little bag that it came in. I ended up using it to put some things in my car with like random, you know, like sanitizer, things like that I might end up using. So I did get a 4-piece set. And then also in that order, I picked up a couple of primers from that video where I tested a bunch of primers. I'll also link that one down below. But the Essence Hydro Hero, this one retails for $4.99. And then I also picked up the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer for $10 even. So this one had a lot of different pieces to the total. So the total, not including tax, was $31.57. Then I used a coupon that got me $3.50 off because I spent more than $15. So that was taken off the total. I also used my rewards, which were $11 worth. And then I used the remaining of the gift card that I used in the previous Ulta purchase. And that was a remaining $3.21 off the total. Then you add tax of $1.53, which left me with a total of $15.39 that I paid for all of these items. I think that's pretty good. I was excited to try some new stuff, but I actually did end up decluttering this product as well, again, because of the scent. So I'll leave that primer video below if you want to know more about this one, but everything else I've been enjoying. So, you know, you win some, you lose some, but that was it for that purchase. Okay, so at that Ulta, I tried to pick up a couple more primers, but they did not have them in stock. So the next day on the 7th of February, I went to a different Ulta and picked up a few more products. So I did have an impulse purchase. It was this. This is the Wet n Wild blush. It's in the shade Self Love Club, and I purchased this because of the packaging. I have a dog named King Henry, and I actually also have like a little crown tattoo. So I'm kind of partial to anything with crowns on the packaging. It just reminds me of him, and I don't mind to have some pieces in my makeup collection that just I like the packaging of. So I did purchase that basically just because of the packaging. I do like the blush just fine. I think it's a pretty shade, but yeah, that's really the only reason I picked this one up. But this retailed for $5.99. I also picked up this product from Wet n Wild for $6.99. This is the Glass Correct Primer, and it's supposed to correct redness. And then I also picked up this primer. So this is one that I had gone there for. This is the Milani Skin Quench Hydrating Primer. Spoiler to that primer video, I really like this one. But this one actually is a little bit more expensive, and it retailed for $11.99. The last thing that I purchased in that order, or that shopping trip, was this powder from Maybelline. Again, I wanted to pick this up from the other Ulta, but they didn't have it in stock. So this one retailed for $8.49, and it is the Loose Fit Me powder from Maybelline. I got mine in the shade 05 Fair. This one, I'm not sure how I feel about it yet, just to put that out there. I thought it was going to be a little bit more of like a setting powder, but it is labeled as a loose finishing powder, and I don't know what I was thinking. But it's not exactly like I thought it was going to be. I just haven't quite determined if I love it or not, but I did pick this up in that same order. So that totaled after tax to $36.47. So again, lots of drugstore makeup. It wasn't too bad of a purchase. Then I didn't make any purchases for another couple of weeks, but on February 21st, I did go back to Ulta and pick up a couple more things. So I did pick up a couple of products in that order. I picked up the Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High Mascara. I ended up paying $7.58 for this. They had 30% off of Maybelline mascaras. And then I think I got another $1.51 off of this from some other type of coupon. And then the other thing that I purchased was the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Setting Spray. I used to love this one and I've been wanting to pick it back up, and I was able to then again use another little discount on this one, and I ended up paying $10.01 on this. I think this usually retails for $12.99, or actually it retails for $12 and I got $1.99 off of it. So the total for that purchase after tax was $19.17. Also on the 21st, I had a purchase at Walmart for some makeup. So I picked up the L'Oreal Age Perfect Serum Foundation. I got mine in the shade 10 Ivory. I've really been enjoying this. I don't know why, I just think it's super nice. I don't know how to explain it really. I feel like it's just very versatile, I guess. So I've really been enjoying this one. But this retailed for $12.97. And then I also picked up the Lash Paradise from L'Oreal. I got this one in the shade Black Brown. This is not like I remembered it. It is like kind of clumpy. Like it picks up so much product. So I don't know. I feel like the stopper in this one is not like I remembered it being, because the brush has a lot more product on it than I feel like I remember it having. But this one retailed for $9.97. So the total for this one was $25 even, but I had gift cards for Walmart, so I actually didn't pay anything for either one of these out of pocket. So this is $0 towards our total. So the total for February was a good bit more than January. The total was $71.03. So like I said, I did buy a little bit more makeup this month, but that's okay. So then we move on to March. I actually spent the most money in March on makeup, but I got fewer products. So the reason for that is because I placed my first Sydney Grace order. I do not regret placing this at all. I'm so excited for it. So I purchased their Unbreakable Bond eyeshadow palette. This one retails for $56. Again, I have a video on this. I will link it below for you. I'm not wearing it today. Today I'm wearing my Nomad America's Parks palette, but I have really been enjoying this. Other than yesterday and today, I've worn this every day since I got it. So I've worn it for about a week straight now, and I've really been enjoying it. But this one does retail for $56. And then I also picked up their Luminous Light palette. This is their face palette, and I got the light version. This one retails for $28. And then Sydney Grace is one of those brands where when you order from them, they kind of automatically put that package protect insurance on your package for 98 cents. I didn't take it out. Sometimes I do, but since this was so expensive and I don't know how they package their things, I didn't want the items to arrive broken and then I couldn't replace them or something, because some brands are just kind of weird when you don't get that package insurance. So I paid the 98 cents for that on this order. So the total came out to $84.98, but I did use a coupon code that took $12.60 off of my order. I did have to pay $4 for shipping because I didn't just want to rack up the bill not knowing the brand, and also just because these were the products I wanted to try. And it would have cost way more than $4 to avoid paying $4 in shipping. So I paid $4 in shipping. So the total after the coupon and adding the shipping was $76.38. So that purchase alone was $5 or $6 more than what I paid in February for all of the makeup. And I did have a couple more purchases. So I actually picked up this Bare Minerals Gen Nude blush in the shade That Peach Though. I picked it up from Sephora because they were honoring the same half off sale that Ulta had for the 21 Days of Beauty. Ulta was sold out of these blushes, so I ordered it on Sephora. I got it for half off, so it cost $13 and then 72 cents worth of tax. If you didn't know, Sephora always has free shipping. So I got free shipping on this and it arrived in like 2 days. Sephora shipping is just top notch compared to Ulta, so I was much happier to get this from Sephora anyways. But I've really been enjoying it. I've been way more into warm tone makeup lately, like I have on today. So I was excited to have a peach blush in my collection because most of my blushes are pink leaning. So I'm really glad I picked this one up. But this was all I purchased from Sephora for $13.72. And then The last makeup purchase of the quarter, I was waiting for this to come back in stock, you guys. This is the eye brightener from Rare Beauty. I picked mine up in the lightest shade. It did cost $24. I didn't have a coupon code. I have been waiting for it to come back in stock though, so I had no problem paying full price for this. My under eye bags have been next level lately. So I was really excited to try this. I don't have a full opinion on this product just yet because I haven't had it for very long. I just purchased this on the 25th of March and then I had to wait for it to get shipped. So it did take just a couple days after that. So I've only had this for about a week or a week and a half. So I really need to use it some more. The only thing I really have to say about it right now is that it doesn't pick up a lot of product. So the little metal applicator, it just picks up the tiniest amount. So I feel like I have to dip this back in the container twice per eye. I don't love that. I wish it had about like double this product because that's just not a lot, but I have been liking putting it on. So I just need to see, you know, after a few more uses, if I think it's worth it or if I could have skipped it. But for now, I'm glad that I have it and I want to purchase some more Rare Beauty products. I almost kind of built my cart up a little bit more with Rare Beauty for this purchase, but I didn't want it to sell out again. And I couldn't decide on the other products, and so I just decided to wait on the rest of them and just order what I really wanted. So that is the last purchase that I made for the whole first quarter of the year. The total that I spent on makeup in March was $115.42. So the highest makeup spending month, but it did have that kind of expensive purchase from Sydney Grace, so that makes sense. And I picked up multiple high-end products in March. So if I total up all of the makeup that I purchased in the first 3 months of the year, I spent a total of $236.35 on makeup. So I guess that's kind of in par with where I wanted to be. I didn't set a hard budget on my makeup spending because I don't feel like I purchased like too much makeup, but I would like to stay between like $1,000 a year and $1,200 a year tops on makeup because makeup is what I enjoy purchasing. So I don't want to set this unattainable goal of like spending less than $500 in a year or something like that, because as you can see through these 3 months of sharing the makeup that I purchased, I do like to try new things and I do like to pick up, you know, a few things here or there. So I don't mind that. I don't feel like my makeup spending is out of control by any means. It's what I can afford and it's what I like to spend my money on. So you know, I don't want to just like not buy anything, but I want to be a little bit more mindful about what I'm picking up. So if I were to spend that same amount every quarter of the year, that's not going to happen. It's going to ebb and flow and change a little bit, but I would spend $945.40 for the year. So under $1,000, I'm fine with that. Like I said, I would like to just kind of keep my spending under or around $100 a month. So that way I'm not going over that $1,200 kind of limit, for the year. So I'm fine with that. I'm actually like really happy with how it came out because I wasn't intentionally trying to limit my purchases or, you know, go on a no buy or a low buy, but I do feel like this is kind of in line with what I'm okay with. Out of everything that I've tried, I have actually decluttered 2 products that I purchased. They were both from Essence and they just smelled way too strong. So that's something I can keep in mind moving forward. I take that back. I decluttered 3 because of the Wet n Wild lipstick. The other one looks like that. I did get rid of that one too. So that's just something to keep in mind. But all in all, like out of everything that I've purchased, I've actually really been enjoying the vast majority of it, so I'm okay with it. But I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video and seeing how much I've spent on makeup in the first quarter. Let me know down below if you guys totaled up how much you spent. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. I'm just kind of curious if you want to share that. But thanks for watching today's video, and I will make sure to update you guys on the budget in another 3 months. See you in the next one. Bye.